Hello, I'm Mark Price. I'm so pleased to be invited to perform St. Joseph in his own words at the California State Convention of the Knights of Columbus. On Friday evening, I'm going to be doing my performance. Now, I've been in ministry in our church for 42 years. I've been doing portrayals of biblical characters and leaders of the faith since 1983, and I've done them all over the world. In fact, this Lent alone, I performed in California, Michigan, Louisiana, New York, and just to name a few. I love doing what I am doing, and I know that you're going to love it. You are going to see St. Joseph in a whole new way. There is so little written about St. Joseph in the scriptures. Did you know that not one word he ever spoke is recorded in the scriptures? My performance is going to give you a glimpse of the personal side of St. Joseph, where he was born, how he met Mary, growing up in Nazareth, what it was like to hear from Mary of her being with child, going to Bethlehem, registering for the census, the birth of Jesus, the coming of the wise men. Do you know when they really came? Also, whatever happened to that gold, frankincense, and myrrh? My Joseph will tell you what it was like to have in the middle of the night go to Egypt for 3 years. Also, they're going to talk to you about what it was to raise Jesus. How did Joseph support his family? What did he do to make a living? Who taught Jesus? Who taught him his prayers? In fact, you're going to hear the very first prayer that Jesus was ever taught, probably the first prayer he ever said. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. And on Friday night at the convention, you're going to hear what that means. And also you're going to hear, why did this perfect kid Jesus ditch his parents when he was 12 years old and they found him in the temple? You're going to learn all about this, and also Joseph is going to tell you about his death. You're going to see Joseph and learn about Joseph in a completely different way. I think you're going to enjoy it. Now, I do not have a trailer or piece on Joseph, but I do have one on St. Paul. This is a piece you're about to see that was put together for my performance of St. Paul, which was seen in movie theaters all over this nation. I hope you enjoy it.
I was raised to love theater, to love acting, to love the arts. This is my way of participating to portray a character. It's nice when people come up and tell you that, you know, what you said, it changed my life. I've been in ministry for 33 years, biblical portrayals for 24. I love what I do because it moves people to a closer understanding of God.
And then all of a sudden, as we're walking down that road on the way to Damascus, there was this thunderous noise and a light. Never in my life had I seen such a light. The light was so bright, the noise was so loud, I fell to the ground. It was a voice from the heavens. It says, Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me? And I looked around, I could see nothing, and I said, who is that? Who is calling to me? Who is that? The voice said, it is I. He said, it is I, Jesus, the one you have been persecuting. It is I.
Mark brings Paul alive.
I really enjoyed it.
He was fantastic.
Mark is definitely very passionate about what he does, and his faith really comes through in his performance.
It's exciting, and yeah, when you go, you get a better understanding. It's a better understanding of St. Paul. It makes you want to go and read it again.
You see, people read Paul's letters, and they don't realize he was a man with feelings and with failings and faults. And Mark makes that very, very much the case in this particular presentation.
It really brought Paul to life in a way that I guess I never even thought before. The whole story of his life, I'm not even sure I knew it completely, but after tonight I feel like I know Paul.
Yeah, oh yes, he made you want to cry. Yeah, he was very real. Yeah, I was hurting for him when he was beaten, and yeah, when he was hurting himself, he was very real.
Go to it. You'll get an experience of Paul that will, I think, encourage you to go back and have a look at some of the readings and maybe see them differently. And that's what Scripture is. Scripture is meant to be alive for us today, not 2,000 years ago. And so Mark puts it in that context, and he puts it in the context of how people would believe Paul today. I think he does a great job, actually.
God's love is just shown through him, and you can see that his heart's in the right place, and it's just very beneficial to come and learn as much as you can.
I got to be one of the luckiest actors in the world to be able to play on a regular basis the characters I love. People who knew Jesus.
Well, I hope that enticed you to come to the performance Friday night at your convention. Now, if you are Catholic, you like me, born and raised Catholic, you know a little bit about guilt. So if you are going to feel even the slightest bit guilty for not coming to my performance, I want to encourage you in that guilt. If you are going to feel as if you are risking the eternal fires of eternal damnation for not coming to the performance on Friday night, then I want to encourage you in that guilt. Come and join us Friday night for a performance like you've never seen before. St. Joseph in his own words. You're going to love it. My personal invitation, I hope to see you there. Thank you, and God bless you.